Hello. This is the daily Human Design Energy Report for February 8th, 2023. And so, charting the sun's transits every day, really to tap into that collective energy, tapping into the energy that the sun is radiating down. Because whatever energy the sun is radiating down, we actually will have defined in our chart. And so the sun is transitioning into a new gate. We are now coming into gate 49, coming from our solar plexus. And so this energy is called by Quantum Human Design the catalyst, and by the I Ching the revolution. And so the overall energy, the overall challenge that we may be experiencing for the next 6 days is to not quit prematurely, failing to start a necessary revolution in your life, not to hold on to unhealthy situations, relationships, or agreements that may compromise your value or your worth. And so, really looking at what are we holding on to? What are we giving our energy to? What things have we maybe started and maybe are they coming true? Are they not coming true? Is it our thing to really fight and push through till the end? Or was it just something that we needed to try to figure out and then let it go? And so now the first line, that first line is the key word here is the law of the necessity. The revolution that has no support unless it's perceived as a necessity. The understanding and the application of this law to maximize expansive of support and hereby ensure viability. The awareness that the potential of a principle is based on being accepted as viable. The misuse of influence to insist that necessity can be created out of action. The helter-skelter syndrome to commit of acts of disorder as proof that disorder exists. The oversensitivity to rejection that can turn a principle into a crusade. And so really looking at, right, like as this energy of revolution or this energy of catalyst, are you fighting for something that really is going to make a better shift? Is it really truly better for the all, right? Yes, there are going to be things that are unfair. There's going to be times when it's just not right, but sometimes making a fuss out of it or fighting up for it or doing whatever ends up bringing more stress on you. The universe will balance out the karma for that other person. If it's something that you're like, but it's just not fair. I know it's just not fair. And I get it. And there are a lot of things that are like that. And maybe that you're recognizing it. And maybe you might feel that you have the energy for it. But there are times when it's not your battle to fight. It's not your revolution. And so sometimes when we bring that on, we're bringing on just more chaos, more disorder. Or are you just doing it just to fight because you have that energy and you're trying to figure it out? And so really looking at this energy in this first line, right? This investigator line, and figuring out what is truly the necessity, what is valuable, what is worth fighting for. And what is our fight to fight? Just because we're not fighting it doesn't mean that it's not valuable. And we also have to differentiate that as well, that we do not need to be the person to do all the things, even if it is something that we want to see happen. We have to check in with our energy. We have to see, is this our energy to do? Is this our catalyst to do? Is this our revolution to fight? And maybe it might not be ours to start, but if somebody else starts it, maybe we can then support later on, right? And so really looking into that and checking in with our third eye, checking in with our blessings, really looking at when we are getting ready to maybe fight against something, or if something is unfair, or we are just not really certain, right? Or is it really something that we need to stand up for, right? Or can we kind of look at our blessings? Can we look at the things that we have? Can we look and shift and maybe even see how this catalyst might be a blessing to us in disguise, right? Either helping us find some patience, helping us find a little bit of learning when to be quiet or when to bite our tongue, so to say, or learning how to almost sit back and let somebody else step up when it's really not our battle. And that can be challenging. And it's really leaning into that patience. It's really leaning into this is coming from the energy of the 49 is coming from our solar plexus. It's really leaning into how we feel. Is this something that we have the energy for? Is this something that we're really feeling into? And maybe we agree with whatever is happening, but we just don't have that much drive, that much passion to fight on it. And it's okay not to. I think that we need to almost give ourselves the blessing to not feel obligated to fight for every cause that we need to feel like we need to fight for, and realizing that other people can step up and do the same. We get watermelon, so we can release that pressure, let go of that pressure. And that's the one thing that I love about human design, learning about how different we all are, is realizing that we can release the pressure, that we do not need to do it all. And sometimes maybe it's just us becoming the catalyst and being the one that lights the fire and sparks it and then runs away and lets the firemen come in and put it out, right? And so really looking at what our role is and realizing that we do not need to be all of it. And then coming back again to that blessing that we do not need to play all of the roles in the movie. We are just one actor on one actress, right? That we have to come in and show up. And as long as we show up in our role and we do our role the best that we can do, and we allow the other actors to do theirs, that's how the movie comes to play. We have to trust the other actors in our story. We have to trust the universe, trust the director, trust the producer, right? Coming in. And when we can lean in and we can trust, then more blessings will start to come. And so how else can we really hone in and be okay with this revolution, be okay with how it's going to all unfold, be okay with other people maybe calling some of the shots, and seeing how that unfolds, and letting some curiosity and some play and some peace, becoming that Buddha upright, finding that inner peace, being okay with whatever role you are at, and trusting that role, and knowing that you are here as you are in this infinite divine light and body, and you only need to just be you. You don't need to try to do anything else. You can start releasing all of your expectations that you have put on yourself to fight up for everything, to stand up for everything, to be everything to everyone. Right? We don't need to be everything to everyone. We just need to be us for them. And when we can start doing that, we can start leaning into that, we can start coming back to our own intuition and start counting our own blessings and coming back to that gratitude. And then we'll start attracting the more things that we want to have. And we can start catalyzing it again and beginning it again and sparking those fires, and then allowing the rest of the show to play through. And so, although only a few handful of us, 10% or so, are manifestors that are really going to be the igniter, the true initiators, we still have catalytic energy that is within us. And that's this kind of energy here. What are we fighting for? What are we using this energy to burn and fight for and be passionate for, this revolution? And when is it sometimes not ours to fight? Please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share with anybody who wants to start living in alignment, really understanding a little bit more of the sun transits and how that energy affects us all. If you would like to collaborate or work with me or do a reading or see all of the other beautiful tricks and tools I have up my sleeve, send me an email at Christine@essentialstrong.com. Sending you all much love.